Thanks for tuning in to the Stoneyfield Outdoors channel. I want to do a fast review today on my brand new bow, the 2018 Hoyt Carbon RX1 Ultra. 35-inch axle to axle, 70-pound draw weight, 29.5-inch draw length. This thing is awesome. I love this sub-alpine camo pattern that they came out with. They got matching accessories like the carbon quiver, the 8-inch Pro Stack stabilizer. I also got a black gold cent verdict sight on here, 10 thousandths pin, QAD Hoyt rest, the drop away. Just a killer package. Also picked up some brand new Maxima Blue RZ arrows to go with this. I'm still going to run my Slick Trick Viper Trick broadheads this fall. I'm not changing from that. But this is a completely brand new setup. I had a Nitram 34 before this. I love that bow too. It's a great bow. But I stepped my game up to the carbon because, one, it's lighter. Two, you get all the amazing technology that they're doing with this new Redworks line. This is like the top of the line that you can get from Hoyt, obviously, which is one of the best bow companies out there. My preference. This thing is amazing to shoot. It's dead in the hand, and you hear that all the time, year after year. It's dead in the hand. How can they make it better? I can tell you, shooting the Nitram 34 and then shooting this RX1 Ultra back to back, this Ultra is deader in the hand. The grip's improved. It just fits your hand better. When you're at full draw and you have this thing locked back, this 35-inch axle to axle bow it disappears. I did shoot the 32-inch standard. I did not shoot the turbo. I shot the standard and the Ultra back to back. And again, for me, just like when I bought my Nitram, the longer axle to axle, it won me over. The string angle was better. It was more stable out in front of me. I'm just a fan of the bigger axle to axle bows. It kind of gives you that perfect bridge between short hunting bow, you know, the 30-inch, look at the Matthews Triax, 28-inch, and your competition target bows that are pushing 37, 38 inches. So it kind of fits right in that middle. The way they make ground blinds today, clearance isn't a problem. The way I set my tree stands up, I don't have a problem. You know, when you go from 32 versus 35 inches, it makes a lot of difference to me on the range. But it doesn't really make much difference when I'm in the tree because my area is cleared out so that I get a good clean shot anyway. You know, one of the things that they say sells these carbon bows is that they're warm to the touch in cold weather. So I wanted to test that. I brought home a temperature gun from work. I took both bows, my Nitram 34 and this RX1 Ultra. I hung them outside for about an hour and a half in weather that was real feel temperature right around 20 degrees. So what I did was I measured each bow before I put my hand on it. The bows were in the 20s. My hand was up around 78 because it was bare, no glove. And I set a timer on my phone and I held my hand tight to each riser and grip for 2 minutes. What I found was on the aluminum bow, when I took my hand off after 2 minutes, it was reading around 50 degrees. And that's kind of cold. If you've ever been in a hunting situation where it's been cold out, you know, below freezing, and you have to grab onto that bow because you only have one opportunity to get it off the hanger, and you have to hold on to it, after a few minutes, you can really start to feel that cold penetrating through your glove, into your hand, even worse if you're not wearing a glove. And that can kind of mess up your shot. You're thinking more about how cold your hand is more than making a really good shot. Now with the carbon bow, at the end of 2 minutes, my hand was in the 70s. And I thought that was really impressive. That was a 20-degree difference after the same amount of time. that to me is worth some of the extra cost, because I've been in those hunting situations before, and you just don't want to be uncomfortable when you're getting ready to shoot and make an ethical shot on an animal. So to have the carbon bow and to have it be warmer to the touch, I'm not going to say that it sits at 80 degrees, but if the worst you get is in the 70s, you're still comfortable. If your hand's dropping down into the 50s after 2 minutes, what's it going to be after 4 minutes? You know, if your hand's around 30 degrees and you're trying to hold that bow and you're trying to draw it back and you're trying to focus on making a clean kill, and all you can think about is how cold your hand is, you could have problems. So you really want to give that part of these carbon bows some credit, because it really is something that's beneficial to you as a bow hunter. Because your goal as a bow hunter is to obviously go out and make the best, cleanest possible kill that you can on the animal that you're after. And comfort goes a long way in attaining that. I think Hoyt's doing an amazing job with this new Redworks line. Their engineers are just, they're pushing the envelope, and I couldn't let the opportunity to jump in when I was able to on the first one pass me by. I knew when I watched the video and I seen all the things that they did and I looked at all the technology, I had to get in on it. It was just one of those things that when you see it and you know you want it and you know you want it for the right reasons, you get it. And that's what I did. So if you're thinking about getting into the carbon line, or if you have one of the older carbon bows and you're thinking about upgrading, I would highly recommend that you go to your local pro shop and you take some time and you shoot these. And hopefully they have the standard and the ultra, or if you're specifically looking for the turbo, go find it. But if they have the standard and the ultra, do them back to back. Because I found I just like that little bit of extra longer length for my frame at 6'2", and the string angle, not even having a peep or anything set up, but just naturally drawing the bows back, going to my anchor points back here with my hand and everything. I just felt the string. I always like to have the string on the tip of my nose, and I felt the string on the ultra just landed perfect. I thought on the 32 I had to move my head a little bit, and that was what deterred me from going shorter and actually going longer, an inch longer than my last bow. It was all about the string angle, because good archery is about good consistency. It's about every time you draw the bow back, your grip's the same, your T formation's right, your anchor points are the same. Consistency is what produces good accuracy over and over. And for me, the Ultra just won that hands down when I tried both of them out.